See that beautiful 2018 Cadillac? Sold, gone, 1 week. We sold it for $29,000. You know what that means? We started with 400. We now have $29,000 to go to the auction. Not just me this time. The both of us. We're gonna go at it again. I think this week we might split it in half. So I'm gonna set up a little wager to see who can do better, me or you. Now last time was your first opportunity to ever be at the auction. I didn't expect much. Today's a fun day and it's a little unconventional. We're going to the auction with $20,000. I'm not going to the auction with $20,000. You're going to the auction with $20,000. So it turns out I'm kind of a terrible instructor. So I'm gonna take the blame for Thursday. I thought about this since the auction. I can't blame you for not buying anything because it's really high pressure, really high stress. There's a lot going on. This time, who knows? We'll just have to see. So tomorrow, we're gonna go to the auction with $29,000 and see what we can come up with. This is flipping $400 into a Ferrari. My name is Craig, this is German. Let's get going. It's another auction day. 29 G's we have. My name is Craig, this is German. Welcome to Flying Wheels and flipping $400 into a Ferrari, where we took just an initial investment of $400. We bought a car, fixed it, sold it. Bought another car, fixed it, sold it, so on, so on, so on. We are at $29,000, and today we are at a dealer auction where we're gonna take you along with us. With 29 G's, I'm thinking we'll split it in half.
Okay.
And let's go to 28. So I get 14, you get 14, and we'll start a little competition, friendly wager.
Okay.
See who can do better on their pick of the day, okay? You can buy whatever you want. You decide, cheap car, expensive car, whatever, and we'll go from there.
Cool.
Sounds good?
Yes.
All right, let's get started. So to begin with, you need a dealer's license to do what we're doing. You gotta get into the dealer auction. It's no entrada if you have no license. So we have that going for us.
Yes.
Now that we're here, we get to pick from a plethora of vehicles. There's thousands of cars here. So if you get here nice and early, you can go through everything and take the pick of the litter. The problem is, prices are really, really high right now. So you might find something you love, but then it's gonna be way more than even what the book says. So you have to be reserved, you have to have good brakes. So even though you like the car, you have to know what you can sell it for. And a lot of times they'll sell more here than you think you could even sell it for. So you don't always end up with what you want. Before we really get into it, you notice anything about me today?
Yeah, my shirt on. German needs
There
a
you
raise.
go. I'm wearing your shirt today. You can get these down below in the link. Help support our channel. Help German get that raise that everybody says he deserves.
What do you think of these?
I think these things are going to be a headache. They're super cool looking, fun to drive. I don't know how to work on them.
Right.
And then, yeah, I don't know about the maintenance schedules on them, so I just stay away from Range Rovers in general. What are you thinking you're gonna buy today? Did you come in here with something in mind?
Yes. So I have my mind set on seeking for an SUV, preferably a Chevy GMC, Suburban or Tahoe, extended, even if it's high miles.
The problem is that's a 16 with 115,000 miles, that body style.
Yes.
Easily 20 grand. So you got to get into the previous generation, which is what we always sell anyway.
Yes.
I think I know where your head's at right now because we have that bait car Suburban. Is that why you're doing that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do better than you because I already have a bait car that's gonna work for me.
Your logic is spot on. So we have a 2011 Suburban that's rough, but it's short money. So it has black leather, it's black, so when you look it up online, the values are through the roof, and ours is cheap. So people come out and it's not really what they want, but I know where your head's at. Now you can upsell them to the nicer Suburban or Tahoe. You are gonna do better than me at this. All right, let's go down this lane and check out some cars. Those I always do well with. This is still kind of toy season, but to be honest with you, toy season should be over. We should be thinking about back to school and college cars. I don't know if that's real. 771,000 miles to the moon and back 3 times? I don't think so. That must be a misprint. But I usually try to get rid of all my toys by mid-July, and then I start thinking about back to school cars. So like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 mini SUVs, sedans, stuff like that. And then you get your trucks in August. So you should already have all your back to school cars. August, you should start buying your trucks because September, October, the prices go up. All right, here we go, 77,000 miles. This is cool, but it goes against everything I just said. So I think I'm gonna stay away from it. These SS HHRs are actually super fast. This is a Cobalt SS in a station wagony thing. But they're not cool looking, so they're hard to sell, but they're like sleepers. Big bucks, big bucks. That'll be 30 grand. I kind of like that we challenged a little bit. Kind of changes it up a little. That Cadillac was really nice, and I hate to sell it. I actually drove it this morning to yoga and back, and I'm gonna miss it.
What do you think of this, Chris? 06.
These Armadas we do really, really well with. Super easy to work on, parts are cheap. The problem is they rust, so if you look here, that's gonna be a deal breaker. And it has a manifold gasket leak. Ooh, ugly. So dealers are always asking me what app I use to scan the VINs.
Okay.
So you can scan, if you come down here, there's a barcode right here. If I scan that barcode, or come up here, a lot of times they have window sticker. I can scan that barcode here, here, or sometimes on the windshield with my dealer app. Dealer only, so public can't do it. Gotta be a dealer. Scan the barcode, it tells me what they're going for at other auctions, what they've sold for at other auctions. It also tells me what the retail market looks like. It's pretty cool. So it's called Laser Appraiser. Check this out. So I click on the Laser Appraiser VIN Scanner app, tap the red button, I scan the barcode. Now all this information comes up. So it tells me 2006 Nissan Armada, it tells me the trim, it even tells me the mileage, the color, and what it's running through at auction. If I scroll up, it tells me the retail market values. So high price, all the way to low price, and then it adjusts it based on history and mileage, and you can use the trim, LESE, off-road, whatever. So Mannheim is one of the largest auction houses all over the country. So the most used cars that run through auction go through Mannheim. So you get the most accurate value of what dealers are spending in the past 30 days at auction based on the Mannheim prices. It's called MMR. So it has that as well. So we can see with that kind of mileage, adjusted MMR is $2,800. Retail is 7 grand. So retail, like fixed, cleaned, ready for sale, detailed, no rust, perfect car, we might get 7 grand. But dealers are paying around $2,800 for it based on this. Then we go to auction. It has auto auctions, black book pricing. So you can see this one's around 25 to 4 grand. JD Power is NADA. They've changed their name to JD Power. It'll tell me again, 2,000 to 4,400 based on condition. And then you get your Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book, now I try to price at fair trade-in or fair auction. 3,500. So all these values are pretty much the same. And then you can get your Carfax account linked to it. You can use your auto check link to it, and I can click on it and it will tell me the auto check. So 3 owners, and I can pull up my full report. Super cool. There's so much more to it than that though. If I go to history, it'll tell me everything I scanned. Like yesterday I scanned a 21 Jeep Wrangler Sport. I can also go to folders and add notes. So you can see like the date. So I make a folder for today's date, and I can type notes in to whatever I found on this Armada. Ripped seat, rust in the wheel well, manifold leak, the AC vent was clicking. I can make notes of all those things and open it up and remember everything that I looked at. Now you and I take a piece of paper and a pen. We write the lane, the run, the year, make, model, mileage, and what we want to pay for price. So it's on here now. So instead of carrying around this piece of paper all day, it's all on that. So for everybody that's asking, Laser Appraiser is the name of the app that I use. Absolutely love it. And they have a promotion for using like a Flying Wheels discount code. So if you click in the link down below, you can actually try out Laser Appraiser. You got to use it for at least 30 days. It takes a month to learn how to use it and really get into it. Super helpful, and it pays for itself. Super awesome product and app for your phone. So Laser Appraiser, description down below. Check out this thing. Now, you know we have that hearse.
Yeah.
So I could add this right next to the hearse. Hearse video coming out soon. But this thing would be perfect. I should get this for my wife.
Yeah, perfect.
Right?
So in the back,
all the
right
kids, so much space in here. You're right, this would be a great airport shuttle. Imagine getting picked up in an Uber with this thing. Oh yeah. This is sharp and hysterical. I think this might be my purchase today. We got one. Now the cool thing is it's a 12, so it's fairly new. The bad thing is it has more than 250,000 miles. But that doesn't stop people with these things. Miles don't scare me, rust scares me. no cold knock. So when we're checking out vehicles, a couple things we want to look at auction. You don't get much time to look at things. We want to look at inspection stickers. So German, this car was inspected in February. We have a very rigorous inspection. So the fact that it passed inspection is amazing. The dog legs and rocker panels are solid. The tires are great. Does it have DVD and nav? DVD, no nav. Backup camera, tow package. Even if you look at the tow package, there's no rust on it. So there's no way that this car came from New Hampshire. German, there is literally zero rust in this thing.
And it does have navigation.
Oh, it does have nav.
Sunroof.
This
C71.
This is a great selection. I stay away from these Frontiers at all costs. Frontiers, Maximas, 6-cylinder Altimas, CVTs, Rogues, most of Rogues. They all have terrible transmissions, so I don't buy them anymore. Speaking of that, did you know there's a recall on the GM spare tire jacks?
Oh, really?
You know why?
No.
Because they made them out of freaking plastic. So as soon as they lift the car up, they crunch and snap. Yeah, so GM, way to go. Good idea, engineer that decided plastic works. Hey, there you go. I think you came here knowing what you wanted, which made it easier.
Easier, yeah. And
Me?
I said that.
I'm just looking around without a clue. Here's an 09 with 147. My favorite part about these Denalis, the paint. It's not just black. Good tires. Inspection expired this month. Black on black DVD with nav. Great tires, actually. So you chose to scan right here. You can see there's a barcode right there. What did it come up with? So type it in at like 160 so you can change the mileage right here. Put it down to 160 just to see what it would be at a lower value. So you'd want to be somewhere around 8,600. And it has had 3 owners and 1 accident. So write that down on your sheet. So I like your logic, your strategy more than mine. You are specific to what you want. So you know what you like, you wait for those cars to show up, you can be very thorough with what you're purchasing, minimize your risk. I have been doing this for so long that I now just cast a net out and see what I pull in. So I'm gonna look at everything I can. I've gotten fairly decent at looking at cars in under 60 seconds up in the lanes. And if I decide I like it and the price is right, I buy it. But I don't know what I'm buying. You are walking into this knowing what you're buying. So realistically, your strategy is better than mine, but I can buy 10 cars with my strategy versus you have maybe 5 specific cars. You might end up with 1. German, do you mind if I leave you alone for a little bit?
Yeah, you did.
I'm just gonna scroll up and down. Do you feel comfortable now?
Yes.
All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
Everything.
All right, now that German's gone, I can let my secret out. I'm either going for that camper up at the top of the hill because I think I can make a ton of money on it, or I am gonna look for a toy. Something neat, something fun, something cool, just because that's what I like. It makes my job more fun. I don't need a Ford Escape, although that would sell quick. I want something that's gonna make me smile. So we're on the hunt for something cool. Like this Isuzu Trooper, cool, but not a moneymaker. But it is neat and clean. That right there is what I want. That's gonna be way under budget. Fox body Mustangs are crazy high in demand. They're going up in value. It's a white on white. That is a vanilla ice car right there, but it's gonna get all the money. I know it will. 89 Mustang, 53K original miles, title present, completely stock, no engine mods. This is the car I want. I wish it had white leather interior too. That's the only thing that would make this car better. Ah, it's a Dog-O-Matic. Why would they even sell these things in automatic? Let's see if it starts. Oh. Let's put the rag top down so my hair can blow. Anybody? There, and then top on. Yes. The top is fast too. How on earth do you even put a value on a 53,000 mile 5.0? Yo, Ice, you still got that 5.0? What movie? Oh my goodness. This is what I want. This is my car today, if that camper falls through. The problem is, if I buy this thing, I'm not gonna wanna sell it. This is something I'm gonna wanna keep forever. German, I know it's your generation, but dibs on the 5.0. I could also do a school bus. Now, if that has a Cummins engine, that's actually worth a ton of money. That's what I have my eye on, is that camper right there. 2018 Cherokee Limited. I have a fifth wheel right now. I have an RV. I've sold a ton of campers. I know campers, and I'll sell it quickly. I'll sell this before I'll sell a car. Cool thing about this camper, I believe this has a kids room. So let's go back here. The adults room's way up at the front. And the kids room, they have their own play area, table to play board games. Kids can have their fun in the back. Parents can have their fun up in the front, if you know what I mean. This is gonna be mine, I think.
Oh wait, my budget's 14. Uh-oh. 14,000 and 14 to fail. 45, 14.5, roll it out. Roll it out. 52.5. We're going to sell the vehicle. Let's get it up, please. 16.5. The unknown is rolling out the door. And I get a half. My man's in. Got a 16 out of the half. Sir, last call. Got a 16.5 up in. 16.5, 16.7.5. Hey, half. Last call. And get a half. Got a 17.5 then. Got a high. Got a 75. 17.250. Sold by 72.5. 320.
Now here's the problem on that camper. It's well worth $17,250 plus fees of like $400. So I'd probably own it for like $17,600. That's a $23,000 camper. Now in my head, I have a $14,000 budget, but I can't also just think that way. I have to think about the dealership as well. I could have made some money for the dealership or just kept that for myself and brought it up to my camp, which is a whole new series, my getaway. You know what I'm saying, getaway. It's awful, but I need a camper up there, so I should have bought it, and I'm gonna regret that all day. Now is that like Hersey limo looking thing, which I really want for no reason at all, but to prank my wife with it.
4-3 with an F. 5-4-3 with an F. We'll see what we can do for you.
Is that you, Palmer?
22.
Are you on that? Go ahead.
I wanted to prank my wife and give it to her.
Believe it or not, they're fucking nice cars.
I know, that's why I want it. What would you do with it?
The last one I got, I got fucking 10 grand.
No.
3,300, 311 with an F.
Is that you?
I got it.
311 with an F.
Did it. That's fine.
You convinced me, thanks. So here's the reason I bought that, and I hope I don't regret it. I bought a hearse like 8 months ago, and I've just been waiting for the right time to give it to my wife. I gave my wife a hearse this week because I sold her minivan, and then I sold her Denali. 1, 3, 3, 2, 1, go.
Really scared.
Congratulations. It's officially yours. All right, just sit in it.
It's a bad car or a good car. It's actually
Oh
nice.
my gosh, Craig.
Both in the same week, so she has nothing. So I pranked her with a hearse. That video is coming out soon. But the hearse is too small because it can't fit the whole family. The Cadillac can. But I just paid, I paid a good amount of money for that car because I think it has the LT1 Corvette 350 in it, which would be kind of neat if it does. Check out this thing, not that I want it, but it's a 93 with 37,000 mile Buick. So this is the stuff for like new flippers that are just getting into the business. This car has 37,000 miles. It's almost 30 years old. Give it a paint job at Mako for like 500 bucks and you'll have a 37,000 mile car. So I would pay like, I don't know, 700. The market's really high, so it probably won't sell for 700, even as cold AC. Buy it for even 1,000. Put a $500 Mako paint job on it. You own it for $1,500. Just passed inspection, so you can expect to not have a lot of repair costs. And I'd sell it for $2,500 really fast. And you could even market to $29.95 and see what you can get. Who knows, you might make $1,500 on a $1,000, $1,500 investment. So that's 100% of your money. Where else can you get 100% return on anything? Now those are cars you don't have to buy at the auction. You can find those private sale on Facebook Marketplace or in people's yards, even that matter. So if you see a car like that just sitting around, go knock on their door, ask them if they're interested in selling it. That car's probably been sitting forever and they don't care about it. You might get it for a couple $100, then do a Mako paint job. So I bet you could get that car cheaper in the real world than you could at an auction. This would be pretty cool. This is a Ford Taurus SHO. Now if it was a 90s SHO, I'd keep it. That's the problem. I'm a product of the 90s. I grew up in the 90s. I love everything 90s. I have a 90 Eagle Talon TSI. I've had a 90 Fair Lady Z. I have a ton of 90s old BMX bikes. Anything from the 90s I just get hooked on and I want to keep. But this would just be fun to drive and sell, but somebody took the key out of it, which makes me nervous. Why did somebody take the keys out of this car? What are they hiding? What don't they want me to find out about it? Let's call German and see where he's at.
Hello,
Hey, auction's about to start. Where are you?
I'm right here by the B lane.
Oh, you're up there already. Oh, he's ready to go. All right, we'll see you in a minute.
Okay.
Bye. All right, what'd you come up with?
Ironic how you said I came up with 5.
Are you gonna tell me what they are? Or are you gonna surprise me? All right, so I already bought one, which I'm not gonna tell you what it was. I will say it wasn't a camper, sadly. I bought one. I have a couple in mind. My battery's dying, so I'm gonna go charge it while we go bid on some cars, and we'll reconnect after. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. So I'm at my truck and trailer. I forgot a second battery. I have to charge my battery on my camera. I am missing somebody today. My grandfather, Papa Al. He's 81. He comes with me every single week. He's not here today. And it's not for bad reasons, it's for good reasons. He's actually on his way driving out to Sturgis, South Dakota for the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. He's gone every single year since 1985. A true hard ass, an iron tail. An iron tail is when you can make 1,000 miles in a day on a motorcycle. He's done it over and over and over. This year he's driving out. He's even hauling my bike out for me, and then meet him out there next week. And I'm gonna have a ton of Sturgis videos. I think I might have found my car. 13 Ford Focus ST, 100,000 miles. These things are huge sellers and I always do well with them. Never mind, I wanted it for $7,800. It's at $8,500 already, plus fees. Now I used to pay 14 grand for these Silverados, newer body style, 14 with 128,000 miles. This one just over 17,000, so it shows you how much they've gone up in value recently. And I used to love those things, not so much anymore. They have crazy transmission issues. The 6-cylinder have timing chain problems. The V8 5.3s have DOD issues with like camshaft problems and lifter issues. So they're a nightmare, but they're super popular and I always make money on them.
12,000 for it. Doesn't buy it, but thank you.
Really, after all that?
Thank you.
I was a high bidder in that damn Mustang for $12,400, and he wouldn't sell it. That's ridiculous, crazy. They want more than all the money for it, and that really frustrates me.
A few minutes later.
I just got my $14,000 car, and I think I'm spot on the money, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You got to wait till the end to find out. And I'm going to go check on German for an update and see where he's at. You bidding on something?
No, I was looking at that Kia. I should have bid on it. It sold for like about 46, 47 grand. 2011.
That's the one. The one that got away. I'm done. I got my car, but I'm not telling you what it is till the very end. And I think I'm going to win. So our last car is up, and it's this 250,000-mile Tahoe. And the trick is to wait till someone else starts the bid. You don't want to be the first bidder. Let it keep going down. So you start high, and then they'll bring the bids down.
GW, we're behind him in this done.
7,800 something. A lot of miles though, but it's clean.
From the floor, 77. See if they want to come back at 7,800 get this thing done.
I win, we get it. You win, we don't get it. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You won, we don't get it. I'm on to you. I know your scheme because I saw what you bought when I picked up the titles. And I think your strategy is going to outdo me. You just told me you bought another one?
Yeah, I bought another one.
What'd you get? Do you want to surprise me or just go get them? Like we'll just go get them?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to show you what I bought. And then you can show me what you bought.
That Mustang?
I was the high bidder on that Mustang at $12,400. They would not sell it to me. And it was super clean, but I feel like that's every single penny for that car. And then I talked to him again, he's like, oh yeah, no, I won't sell it for that. He wanted like 14 and change. Is that worth it? I don't know Fox Buddy Mustang values. I know they're coming up, but not like that. Okay, I am E51, which I believe is that Subaru Crosstrek right there. Now that is a 2018. A 2018. Is that what I bought? Wow. E51, yeah. 2018 Subaru Crosstrek with 95,000 miles. I paid just under $14,000, like $13,700, I believe, with the fees. I'm gonna double check. I think that's what I paid. Pearl white, and it's the premium. So when you open it, nav, backup camera, leather, everything. This thing's loaded. Oh no, it's not leather. So take that back. Almost loaded. This is gonna be a score. It books out at like 18 grand. So according to my calculations, I should be making $5,000 in this car, I hope. Now yours is like right around here too. Let's go check that one out. David, look how proud he is. E23, there we go, right there. So this is an 06 XC70 with 190,000 miles. Now I know you didn't spend 14 grand on this thing. Will it start? Ah, bad beginning. But you have a current inspection sticker. It was just recently inspected.
And that's what I like about these. I usually look at these as people that buy them and like take care of them.
They take care of them.
Volvo breed. It looks so clean on the outside.
The seats are perfect. Any books?
I bet you they do have them.
All the books are in there. This car is really nice. Tires are brand new on it. That inspection sticker's got me turned on, German. A fresh sticker, meaning it was just done in April, so 3 months ago. That's a great engine too. Did the jump back do the trick? Started, it's quiet. A little movement. How's it feel? Is it vibrating or anything, or is it smooth? Oh, little exhaust leak. Check engine light on. Usually if you hit read right here, time for regular maintenance, it'll tell you all the issues. Time for regular maintenance. I think that's just oil change. I'm pumped about my purchase. This thing is super nice. One owner, clean Carfax, 95,000 miles, super comfortable. I'm gonna win this friendly wager. I can feel it. German, I gotta tell you, it's a beautiful car. But what I'm curious about, and I think I already know why, what's the strategy here? I spent 14. I noticed you spent 1,700.
Yeah. So if we can make the same profit margin with just investing less money.
Yes, okay, so that's exactly what I thought. Number one, I give you credit because it's a lot of risk to spend somebody else's 14 Gs. So the other thing is I think you're brilliant because the next video can be which cars make more money, expensive cars or cheap cars? And I honestly think, in general, I think I'm gonna make a killing on that one because it was like a score, which isn't always.
Right.
I normally spend $13,000, $14,000 and make the same profit that I used to when we used to buy these things. So these cars are what I used to buy and sell when I started this business, because you could buy five $1,700 cars and still not spend 10 grand at the end of the day and own 5 cars that you can sell, make $1,000 on each car. 5 grand in under $10,000 is an amazing return. Meanwhile, I spent 14 on a car to try to make typically like 2 grand. So I think where your head is at is pretty spot on. Let's check out the history on this thing. So I'm gonna take out my trusty laser appraiser app. It says even with the mileage, this is a $4,400 retail car. You want it for under 2. So you're gonna 100% profit on this vehicle, which is an amazing return. You can't even get that in the stock market unless you invest in GameStop. So you're spot on this car. All right, let's get him home. The auction to check on how many cars we bought. They gave you out. I found out what that second car was, so I know what you bought. All right, let's unload and we'll head out to the auction. Right now that I know what German bought for car number 2, you kind of cheated. You can't buy 2 cars. And you can't even pick one because then you just get to cherry pick the best car. So I don't know how to make it fair. I thought I would be the one that would have cheated today and it wasn't me. So Are you confident enough this second car is going to make it back with you driving?
Yes.
All right, we're going to find out. How much did you spend on whatever we're going to look at?
So it was $950 plus whatever the auction fee is.
Oh, yeah? I would have bought it too. And do you know you saved us $110 by not hitting that $1,000 mark? Good tip at the auction. So the fees work in increments. They increase in increments. So at, say, $950, the auction fee is $100. At $1,000, the auction fee goes up to like $210. So by not hitting the $1,000 threshold, you saved $110 in auction fees as well. All right, Lo, so you don't know what we bought, and I'll give you the slip, and I still don't think you'll actually know what it is. I'll hold that for you. You read what we bought.
1996 Cadillac Fleetwood.
1996 Cadillac Fleetwood. So let's go check out German's car, and he can bring us up to the car. Now, I will say, just based on the title, German, you bought this car from a new car store, which is great because it wasn't like used car dealers passing them around. It was a trade-in to the new car store. So far, we're off to a good start. There it is. That's German's bike. Actually, that's a pretty nice looking car. I haven't seen a clean under $1,000 car in quite a while.
That's what I was like.
07, 146K. I would paint these hubcaps back to silver though. I love that it's a standard transmission. We now have 3 Subaru wagons, 2 of which are standards. Oh, it started. All right, we're already winning. I'm getting nervous. Your 2 cars might be better than my 1 car. All right, let's hop in and get ours, Logan. There it is. There it is right there.
So it is a limo, kind of.
It is kind of a limo, but I think it's a limo I can get your mother to drive. Fleetwood Superior.
Oh, it's not like the limo.
Look at this legroom. It's like the perfect family car. I can separate you, your brother, your sister, and all of you have space and none of you can reach each other to fight. If you guys are still hanging in here, thanks for watching. Our next video is gonna be the sell. So we have to fix these cars up. I don't have to do anything to my car. My car's ready. So I'm gonna list it for sale tomorrow after we go through it. Yours needs some love.
Yeah.
I'll roll with your logic. Sell both cars. How fast are they gonna sell? How much profit are you gonna make? Is it gonna be more than my 1 car and faster than my 1 car? There's a couple other things to talk about real quick. My dealer course is almost finished. StartYourDealership.com is unbelievable. I poured my heart and soul into this passion project. Everything you could think of, every little detail I have not missed. You can click on the link down below. The other thing is maybe you don't want to own your own car dealership. Maybe you just want to flip cars for profit. Course that teaches you how to flip cars without a dealer license. It's amazing and it's almost ready to be released. Poured everything into this thing, so go check out the links. It's pretty cool. I'll see you all later. Have a great day. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Adios.